Okay, back where we started, part two, or back where we left off, I should say. We're going to start with the 2-segment leader line. So what this is going to do, it will allow you to click and make a leader line, which is an arrow with a line on it, at an angle, and then level it off right next to where you're going to put the text. And you're going to click once, click twice, and it tells you right here on the directions if you hover over the leader line 2-segment deal here. You're going to click it once, and then you're going to click it again, and then the third time you click it, that's where you're going to put the actual text. So it goes like this. So then I'm going to call that, this is going to be called, it's going to be small, we'll fix it, Lasagna layer, I think is how you spell it, lasagna layer, lasagna. So this is really small because our scale was so big. So usually we wouldn't have a section this big. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change our scale back down, maybe to, let's say 3/4. I think that's good, 3/4. Excuse me. So we have a lasagna layer. You can see the arrow. Now I like on this to have a filled arrow. Now it doesn't show it. See, it shows a little open arrow. So what we're going to do, under edit type, click edit type, and the letter leader arrowhead, it says arrow 30 degree. I'm going to change that to filled, and it'll make a dark arrow. This is more what you see in real life. I've never really seen the other ones too much. So there you go, lasagna layer. Now we don't have to do it over and over again. So we have the orientation of this one pretty much the way we want it. So instead of clicking text, changing it to 2 leaders again, or 2 segments again, you can just copy and paste this one however many times you want. And I'm going to click copy, and I'm going to do multiple this time. And every time I click, it will make another copy, and I won't have to keep clicking copy over and over again. So I'm going to go to this point, or maybe this point. Let's do this point. That point. And when I move it down, it's going to make an arrow point at that when I click it. See, there it is. And then I'm going to do another one here in the pasta sauce, another one here, and I'm just going to click down until I have all the layers identified. Now, I just thought of a better way, probably should have done this, is I would fix the first 3 layers and didn't just copy them over and over again, but we're going to have to resize them or move them around anyway, so I think it doesn't really matter which way you do it. This one, and then this one. Just press escape a couple times. Okay, so, oops, get rid of that one. We have a couple overlapping, so I can just click this one and see the 4 cross arrow here. You can just move that down a little bit so it's not touching the other one anymore. And same with this one, move it down a little bit. This one, move it down a little bit. Oops. And this one, move it down a little bit. There you go. So now none of them are touching. I can change all these. Now they're not all lasagna layers. Only the top crosshatch one of each one is lasagna layer. So this one, this one, this one. The other ones are something else. So this one is cheese. So we're going to click this one, click it again, and change that to cheese. Oops. Cheese layer. It is the cheese layer. The next one, and what I like to do, since I can't see the arrow because it's all black, I like to move it out to where I can still see the arrow and it's still pointing at the black part. So like this, kind of, just so you can see it. This is the pasta sauce, or pasta sauce. Now I made lasagna in a while, so I'm not sure how accurate this is. I'm sure there's more layers. So we got lasagna. Once again, this is cheese layer. And then you can do that down, all the way down. It looks like I forgot one layer here. Forgot to label this pasta layer. The other way I was saying, instead of changing everyone, these three are all the same distance apart. So what I could have done, I could have just done these three and then copied those like this. And I'll show you how to do it. It's your preference. So I did those three. They're all the same distance apart every time because we copied the layers. So we're going to copy those and then go like this. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's one layer left that's lasagna, and you can just copy that one down and bring it down here. Boom. So now we got them all. Lots of layers. So now all we got left to do is print this out. So we're going to go to our sheets, new sheet, say okay. It's called This Is You, Mr. Miller. Oops. Mr. Miller, all caps lock. Project name, food. Oops. Here. Food section. This is the section. It's the only one we're going to have in this project. Don't worry about all that other stuff. And we could call it S1 for sections, or yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to drag that section in that we just made into here. There's our section, all the layers ready to go. It should be the right line weight. So now all you got to do is do what we did before. Go to R, or if you have 2018, you go to the file, print. So R, print, print. And it says this is the printer that's in the workroom. It doesn't work. So change that to, on yours is going to be Adobe PDF. Mine's Cute PDF. Make sure that's selected. Select views and sheets. Select. Make sure you have the sheet S1 selected. You don't have to save it. Make sure this goes to the top one always. Setup should be fine. Say OK. And it's going to ask me where I want to save it. You're going to save it to your U drive. I'm saving mine to the desktop because I'm not hooked up to the network right now. Or otherwise, you go under your regular drive, your U drive. So I'm going to put the desktop. But you're going to do it to the U drive. Say section. There it is. Save. Save it and upload that to on Canvas where it says food section. There should be a thing open right now. It says food section, and that's where you will upload that PDF. It has to be a PDF or it won't work. Also save your project. Probably should have saved a long time ago in case something goes wrong. Always save it right when you begin. Save. If it says project 1, you haven't saved it probably. Make sure it's saved in your network drive and call it section or something like that. Something easy to find. And save. And that is it. Once you have that done, you're good to go for the day. Thank you guys.